Living in Iran, it was great being with family. I was raised in a family of 4 siblings. My twin sister and myself were the oldest out of 4 sisters. My mom was a retired chemistry teacher. My dad, who passed away in August, he was an engineer. My twin sister and I skipped 4th grade, so we studied it in summer, and then we went to 5th grade the next year, so we were always the youngest among our classmates throughout the college too. I studied biology. For my bachelor degree, I met my husband at the college. We got married, and then in August 2000, we came here so he could get his PhD degree in physics. So he got accepted in PhD program at the University of Utah. We planned to stay for 3 years. One thing led to another. We stayed for over 20 years. I went back to college and I got my master's degree, 2 master's degree, one biotechnology, the other one arts and teaching, so I could go back and teach because I lost my job after 3 years of staying here. I love many things about Utah. One of the values that we share with people of Utah is family values. So I love the family and kid-friendly environment in Utah. I love the nature, sceneries, and the education opportunities in Utah. My mom inspired me to be a teacher. My mom, as I said, she was a chemistry teacher, so she would bring us experiments and do some experiments at home for us. Once in a while, she would take us to her professional development at her school. Seeing her interacting with the students it inspired me to be a teacher. And I think it's a privilege to work with young kids and then impact their lives, be that safe place they go to every day. I love teaching. Believing in a divine God, fasting during the fasting month and other days during the year, reading holy verses of Holy Quran, trying to be the best version of myself, helping, doing charities, are some of the things that I do in private. Prayers, daily prayers. Some of the ways that I practice my faith in public is wearing hijab once because I don't wear it at home. My students always ask me question, do you wear it at home too? So I wear it in public. I don't consume alcohol, even though if we have gatherings with my colleagues and they're drinking alcohol, no drugs, no foul language, no swearing, not at home or work. Doing charity in form of helping my students who are from underprivileged families and then very low socioeconomic backgrounds are some of the ways that I practice my religion in public. There are many challenges I think immigrants and people from different religions face in Utah. When it comes to faith, Utah is not a very diverse state. So after 9/11, because we came in, my son and I came here in August 2000, and then after 9/11, it was really hard. I mean, facing hatred, mean comments were just few of the things we faced here. The most challenging, I would say, is raising my kids as Muslims in their society, because my son's name is Muhammad Hassan. Because of his name, he was bullied. It's our prophet's name, so it's very valuable in our culture, but it was used against him here. He would be compared with ISIS. My daughter, she was born here, but when she started wearing hijab in the same school she was since kindergarten, they started excluding her from gatherings. They wouldn't play with her. Her posters, in 4th grade, her poster was vandalized. Her lunchbox was ripped off. She wouldn't feel safe anymore, you know? So she talked to us. She talked to my son first and then talked to us, and she took off her hijab. So hoping that maybe kids start playing with her again. I mean, since she was in kindergarten, she has lots of friends, but then all of a sudden just wearing something on her head changed everything for her. She took off her hijab. I was a paraprofessional at her school. Nobody asked me why did she took off part of her identity. I was just told that, oh, she has beautiful hair. Throughout her education, every year, as soon as they would see her with me, they know she's from a Muslim family. They would just compare her with like ISIS, even in the presence of her library teacher. They were talking about ISIS are Muslims. Oh, like Fatima is a Muslim too. And the teacher wouldn't even do anything about it. So it was just I feel that my children were always struggling between what is expected from them from home and then school, and then there was no bridge to just fill this gap. For myself, wearing hijab is just like a flag. I'm a Muslim, so it was hard for me to get a job. I have to prove my qualifications over and over, always, where I go, anywhere. I think the impression people have, or the perspective they have of Muslim women, that they don't understand things, they don't know how to speak English, or if they have accent, it means they don't know anything. I got 2 masters from here. I still had to email the district and the equity center and said I don't get any interviews. They wouldn't even call me for interviews. I got my first job. One of people at the UEA, president of the UEA, she helped me to get my first job, even though I had the qualifications. So I think these are the most challenging things that I faced here in Utah. The way to improve, I think, is just learning about each other's faith rather than just watching the media and get our information from media, which is biased. Interfaith discussions between 2 religions or other religions, maybe even having a Muslim friend, learning it firsthand, or doing some research about it, helps people to know more about Muslims. We Muslims, just like Utah, who value worship and then their faith, we value our faith. We go to worship places, we do charity, we help poor, we pray. I think there are many common grounds that we can focus on rather than just focus on the differences. So if we focus on the common grounds, it's going to bring us closer together. Something that bothers me a lot is we always are being compared. The public view of Muslims are based on extremists like ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Taliban. We have extremists in every religion. We hear stories of leaders of church doing this thing or that thing, and it's not fair to judge followers of that religion based off that, right? We hear that from Christianity and other religions, but in my religion, we have in Holy Quran, we have a verse that says, if you kill an innocent human being, is as if you kill the entire human beings, and if mankind, and if you kill and if you save one innocent person, is as if you save the entire humanity. And then knowing this is what our holy book says, then killing innocent people, what ISIS is doing, suicide bombing, hijacking planes, this has no place in our religion. We Muslims don't look at them as real Muslims. I just want people to get to know what is the religion really says, not based on what the extremists saying.